Listen up, you slack-ass minions. The podcast will start in a few. So burn your fucking snuggies, turn off the animal porn, and get your ass ready. Here come the show.
I love that song. That's just a good tune. All right, so welcome to the next edition of TDB Pirate Radio. Tonight we are talking about the things that we do to relax when the words aren't flowing. And shut up. Minion. Shh. So let's go around the table real quick and introduce ourselves. Michael J. Allen, you go first.
I'm Michael J. Allen, author of science fiction and fantasy.
Phil.
I am Philip K. Booker, and I'm an author of sci-fi and urban fantasy. Mostly.
Isaac.
Hi, I'm Isaac Kraft. I'm an author of sci-fi and fantasies and some horror.
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny Wren, author of also science fiction and a little bit of fantasy, but not always high fantasy, but it's all an open table. So,
And that other guy from out west.
My name is Michael K. Falciani. I specialize mostly in epic fantasy, although I have stuck my toe into the pool of urban fantasy as well.
And I'm the host, William Joseph Roberts, and I write pretty much anything that the evil mind squirrels demand of me. So, hey, Jenny, are you still nervous?
yes.
Okay, now just to remind you real quick, we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Had not
we have
forgotten.
people. We actually have watchers, and I don't know about comments yet. No, go away.
I want to say hi.
Okay, pop in, say hi real quick.
Hello, people of the internet. Hello.
Okay, go away, minion. All right, so, well, one good example of something that I do when it comes down to the point that I can't think and I can't just get anything coherent to come out of my head, I just sit down and piddle. And I don't even play anything particular. I just play with chords and do nothing. Just to clear the head. And, I'll end up doing, like I'll go do the dishes or I'll cut the grass. I'll do menial tasks just to be able to clear my head and let the squirrels run wild. Oh, we have a Facebook user. Hello, whoever you are, you're not showing up. Oh, wait. Well, we don't have the rest of the crew here because everybody else bailed on me, but that's okay so start off. What are y'all drinking tonight?
I have tap water. I'm not drinking anything.
Water.
I will say that it's the Backwoods Bastard from Founders. It's not too bad. Add a little shot of coffee liqueur to it, and it tastes even better. Am I the only? Wow.
This is my writing room. So what I get as a treat in here is Diet Pepsi, and I've been drinking it since I started writing.
How many words you get in today?
43,000 or 4,300 rather.
Wow.
I was about to
1,000.
say,
Hey!
dude.
100.
Pepsi, buddy.
There's all zeros. Too many zeros in the Pepsi.
Holy Moses.
I was about to say, damn, dude,
Okay,
I'm a
well,
huge underachiever.
Spank Me says between me and my split personalities, you have at least 10 folks watching. Okay, cool. Thanks, Spank Me. Wow, that one's a new one. Hey, that's from YouTube. Okay. So, well, I mean, but serious. What do you guys do when the words are just stuck and you can't think of what to do next, or you can't even do your world building? You just don't know where to go with it. What do you do to get past that?
Ollie, if you don't mind, I'll start off. Yeah, I like to exercise. I love to hike. I live out west in Carson City, Nevada. I got mountains galore. I got trails galore. I like to be outside and exercising anyways. I'm actually a PE teacher this year. So I can't tell you how much of my story has been written in my head on those walks, especially in the last 2 years. So whenever I feel like I need a break or I just need to take some time to myself, I'll say, you know what, I'm stuck. I actually did it last night. I was stuck on a part. I was like, you know what, I'm going to exercise today. I took a nice long hike and I was like, you know what, I'm going to be rolling tonight. I know exactly what I need to discuss, what I need to talk about. So for me, exercise is one of the main things that I will do to give myself a break if I need it, or to just get myself kind of a chance to think about my writing.
What the hell are you doing, geek?
Dude, you are driving and podcasting? Get that guy.
Well, that's part of my actual crew. He must have just got off of work.
Please tell me he's
I
okay.
did just get off of work.
Oh,
I turned the camera
baby.
off, but I got some stuff on my dash.
Okay, we're off to a good start tonight. All right, so oh yeah, we got somebody laughing. Whoever the Facebook user is, I don't know. It's not showing your name. Jenny, you turn.
Really, I'll do a few things. Like I'll do like you and get up and do something that's just kind of mindless. You know, get up and go fold a load of laundry or things like that. But I'll also sometimes come in here and sit and grab something random off the shelf and just start reading. One thing I'll do also, and I don't know, people I know around here say I'm kind of weird for it, but when I'm going through and writing, if I'm listening to a song that kind of like, it's like, oh, hey, that feel of that song or the whatever there is, like I'll write that down in the margin when I'm writing, because old school, I handwrite. And if the well starts running dry, I'll go back and listen to it again and like hopefully rejuvenate it. But if that doesn't work, I'll just go, I'll go stare at a wall for a while if I have to, just kind of like let things settle and get them up again, get going.
Do you have a microphone attached to your ear cord? Somebody's like scratchy all of a sudden. I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who wants to go next? That's Wes. It's the geek making all the scratchy. What? No. Oh God, you're behind the. Okay, what do we do to clear our heads when the words aren't flowing? You know, what do we do to relax to get them flowing again?
Well, you're talking about just because of from a writer standpoint, right?
Well, writer standpoint, creator standpoint, whatever.
Yeah, because I have to do a lot of that stuff whenever I'm doing document creation, because I'll create publications and relay stuff for whenever I'm having to write legal documents sometimes for a business, and that alone can be kind of a pain in the ass. Typically, I play solitaire. Like if my brain gets stuck, I'll play solitaire.
On the computer or live?
No, on the computer. I'll just quickly pull up solitaire, and it's kind of like she was saying, where you do something mindless. I'll play solitaire, and then it'll come to me.
You're one of those. Do you play Minesweeper too?
No, I get pissed off at Minesweeper.
All right, we'll pick on Phil next.
Drugs.
Wait,
no.
The hell?
Yeah, I like throwing oddball answers out there just to make everybody lose their mind. Forest diving is just walking in the woods is a good motivator, or walking in general. But I'm also quite fond of a shower. Something about the running water.
Yeah, I've had entirely too many ideas pop up while in the shower. It's like, I need something to write on. What am I doing? I can't write in the shower.
You get you one of those little dry erase boards or whatever.
They make dry erase.
They make pins for writing on tile.
Hey, Liz.
Yep. And you can always get one of those underwater notepads that like divers use and just write it.
Oh,
hanging
hey,
on
yeah. I never thought about that. That'd be a good idea to keep in the shower stall.
Believe it or not,
Actually, is a good idea.
I'll use my Note, my Samsung Note that I have. Since it's a water-resistant phone, I can pull out the S Pen and I can just write something down and put it back.
What is wrong with you? You would willingly take. You're the geek, man, and you'd willingly take electronics into the freaking shower?
Because I know the waterproof rating of my devices. That's how much of a geek I am.
He also started a video call behind his steering wheel, though.
True.
There are some questionable things I do in life.
Don't we know that?
Maybe I'm the reasonable one, but just write it down after the shower.
If you can remember it. But that's just like waking up from a dream. If you don't write it down right then, there's a good chance you're going to lose it.
Fair enough. That's true.
I mean, and I keep a notepad by the bed. I haven't had to use it for a very long time because I usually wake up and just come in here and start typing, and I'm done. I'm awake. Michael, you're next.
Which one?
Specify.
I already went, buddy. It's all you.
Alan.
I like how you try to make it sound like he's the next victim.
It depends on a couple things. It depends on
we
what
have
I've been
another
working. Good. It depends on what I've been working
Another Jenny.
on as far as what genre, and it depends on how bad the block is. So if I'm working in space opera and it's a small block, as you can see behind me, I have a relatively large collection of various die-cast starships. And my daughter says that I'm actually playing with my toys, but I swear I'm choreographing space battles. I really am.
That's a good excuse.
That's why I collect them. It's an author expense, right? But if it's a little bit worse, and assuming I don't just jump into another project for an hour or so to change my mindset, I have a collection of almost 3,000 movies. So I will do what I call trending, which is I will start watching things in the genre I'm working.
Wait, Ziploc babies are an electronics bit. Ziploc baggies? Maybe that's what she meant. Okay, yeah. Like, wait, what kind of tangent did we just freaking go down?
It's almost like she's going down like the dead baby rabbit hole.
I don't know.
I'm sure she meant baggies.
Probably baggies, yeah. Okay, Liz.
You never know with Liz.
I'm worried about you now. We love you, Liz.
There it is. Yes, thank you, Liz. Excellent. I got you.
Right.
I got
Isaac.
you.
I like to listen to music when I'm stumped. I take notes. It's a habit that I take notes. I scribble on sketchbook paper. When I don't have sketchbook paper, I've got some apps on my iPad that I work with to draw it out. Lately, I've been listening to instrumental heavy metal music that deals with video game soundtracks. Right now, it's Mega Driver and Metalvania, which is Castlevania soundtrack put to metal.
Yeah. Have we corrupted you? It's like rock and roll, man. Hell yes. And you're like, I know you've been devouring Larry Correa's Monster Hunter stuff.
Yeah, right up until he started book 7, which is just short stories. That's a major dampener. Otherwise, yeah, I like him a lot.
All right, Jenny.
You're on mute, Jenny. There you go. I just wanted to make sure.
I knew I was on mute. I've got kids.
I'm just making sure. I didn't want you to start talking. I'm sorry.
I have kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. What do I do?
That's a good way to get rid of writer's block. Have kids.
No, that doesn't help any. Oh my God! Well, no, it kind of does.
But your pool looks much better, by the way. Their pool looks much cleaner than it did 3 days ago. I wanted to just throw that.
Thank you. Last year it took about 10 days to get it crystal clear. So I think we're a little ahead of the game now. I hope.
It looks better.
Oh, the youngest two are already trying to jump in.
It did look like the Black Lagoon. I cannot lie about that. I thought there was amphibious creatures in there. I'm not. It was a bit. I was sitting there going, are they trying to make a pond? What's going on?
No, the fish pond's on the other side.
But it was much cleaner today.
It's one of them fancy cement ponds.
Yeah.
We have.
What on earth?
Oh, the Meg chimed in.
Where the hell? I don't know where she's at. I'm scared now. She's hiding. She's lurking.
What?
Oh, she's back in the bedroom? Oh, okay. And let's see. Doodle when I'm blocked. Mandela's. It usually unblocks creative. Okay, yeah. Wait. You talking about the Mandela coloring book pages and stuff? Those are awesome. Meg actually picked up a full coloring book of those.
Coloring is great if your hands don't cramp. My hand always cramps when I can't even write for too long.
These are sure signs that we're getting older. I got hurt sleeping the other day, so I understand. I woke up, I was like, what the heck did I do last night? It's crazy.
Oh, well, no, I can't say anything because my shoulder comes out of place when I'm sleeping sometimes. So, yeah, this whole getting older thing sucks.
It really does.
I'm fighting the good fight. But
yeah,
I don't
Isaac's the baby right now. No one says you have to color between the lines. We have a...
Somebody just said it. That's right.
Absolutely no one has to color between the lines. That's the whole fun of it. How can you make it better by not coloring between the lines?
Well,
I am loving this platform.
What I do to help writer's block is...
What about it?
Not coloring between the lines.
Oh, yeah.
Other crafty stuff.
You can't hardly see it. There is not coloring between the lines. And the tattoo artist hated me for that. Because the princess at 5 years old had... each of the kids have gotten to pick something when they turn 5. And I got the tattoo. And the tattoo artist said that was the hardest thing he ever had to do because it was going against everything he ever learned. Because he had to scribble outside of the lines. I mean, he just straight up copied what she did.
Make the man with the ink knife work harder. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he loved it, though. Hey, he loved it, and he came up with a rag doll because that's what it reminded both of us of. And he even put the Pirate Radio logo on there.
Oh, I was wondering what that
well, okay. Am I the only fisherman in the bunch?
I mean, I have fished. I wouldn't call myself a fisherman per se.
Oh no,
I like
going
the
out.
fish, but I don't eat the fish.
Going out to the lake. I'll go over here to Weiss Lake over in Alabama, and I'll hide away for 2 or 3 days, whatever. Toss the lines out, do some fishing, and just write. And the time that I'm down there on the dock, it's just mind numbing because I'm checking my lines, I'm making sure everything's baited, and it gives me a chance to process, take a step back from what I'm working on. Uh-oh, we have a dog.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jenny had said that she works on some other crafts, which I think is really...
Yeah, that's a good idea, Jen.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of crafts? What'd you do?
Well, for a while I was making plush toys. Sometimes I'll do bookmarks. A lot of times I'll just play in Photoshop.
Yeah, well, we know you can do Photoshop. We've seen that.
Oh, you want to see my plush toys? Let's see if I have... Oh, yeah, I do have one in here. Give me a minute.
There's a cat back there.
That's kind of a plush toy.
Wow, those are some short shorts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What?
You got some shorty shorts going on there.
What do you think I do to annoy the neighbors?
Well, you guys were cranking up Ozzy Osbourne the other day.
I think it's also
that's
like
cute.
entertaining the neighbors.
What the hell?
It's a plush toy.
That's a bit
I
of
was
tail.
playing with different patterns.
How the hell did? Wow, that looks like store bought.
Nope. I made it.
Okay. You sure about that, Liz? I mean, should we be
I
worried?
think she protests too much.
See? So,
Plausible
yeah,
deniability.
I make those.
Okay, so for all those other artsy types and creative types out there, I mean, you guys got any other suggestions to toss out at?
I actually did do something. I was on vacation, and I was, of course, thinking about my book. I made I wanted to make a gambling game for my characters to play, and I remembered an old book by Gary Gygax, the Dungeons and Dragons creator, and they had some kind of gambling game in it, and I actually put it on my phone, and I read through that tab. And I was like, I don't know what he's playing, but it did make me make my own deck of cards for that game. I was in Mexico, and I spent all this time working on this. My wife was like, what are you doing? I was like, just go get tan over there. Don't worry about what I'm doing. And then at that night in the balcony, I got all these little pieces of yellow paper. I was like, all right, we're going to play. She just didn't understand what I was doing. God love her. She humored me. And as I was going through all this, so I was able to come up with my own card game. This is just one of the cards. You can take a look at it. So anyways, I'm not going to say I'm a crafty person, but that was something that I did that was kind of crafty that I did for my book. And now it's in the book. And I actually brought it to my students to play last year when I was still in the classroom, because it has to do with math and, measuring odds and things like that. And since I live in Nevada, we can gamble. And they've loved it. They're like, are we going to play that game again? I was like, no, we're going to read. I'm thinking about the game. But I don't know if that's crafty, but I found something to do that had to do with my book. And, it's just a fun thing to do. So that was one of the things that I crafted, that I did. That was crafty.
Yep. Yeah. Doing any kind of tabletop role playing, any D&D, depending on the setting, can absolutely help fuel things along.
Absolutely.
I don't know how many ideas I've gotten just by gaming.
Yeah, that's true.
I keep dice everywhere. Simply because if it's a matter of what do I do, roll the dice.
There you go.
I know I've got dice.
Oh, no.
In the respectable Crown Royal bag, because you have to.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to go with the old gaming bag.
Oh, I did not catch the Crown Royal bag.
Oh, speaking of crafty stuff.
Oh, 17.
Michael, I like what you said about watching the movies too. That is a great thing. I will do that from time to time, just to kind of get the juices going again.
Is that a deer skull?
Oh, it's a deer skull. Okay.
That is epic. Wait, that's not Elder Futhark. What'd you use? That's witch runes, isn't it?
It's more or less.
Are you using a deer skull as a dice tower?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's no proof of that.
Oh, and I love these. The little bones. I love to paint them.
Okay. Vertebra. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, do you just randomly find them out in the woods, or are you getting carcasses and setting out on anthills, or what are you doing with that?
Actually, a photographer friend of ours, before she moved, her neighbor would go hunting and just throw the carcasses in his backyard. And he was like, you can have whatever you want, because she would do photography props and stuff.
Okay.
And she's like, you want some? I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Way to go.
I've been for a few times. I've still got like a box of ones that I haven't bleached. Well, you don't bleach them, but it's the best term to say. And then I have a box of cleaned white bones that I haven't done anything with yet. But
you throw them in the pool, that'll clean them up. There's so many acids and bases in that pool. Holy cow. Sorry, it's like a grease vat. Just sizzles while it's in there. It was, you know, the funny thing was all those people on Facebook are like, all I gotta do is throw in 8 pounds of chlorine and all this other stuff. I was like, man, just put water in there. How about that?
I never knew there was so much that went into opening a pool. But yeah, but it's worth it, I guess, because the kids love it out there. The youngest 2 are just like water bugs, and they'll go out, stay in it all day if you let them. And happiest kids you'd ever see. So.
Okay, the wife helped me with something here. As soon as I can get it to load, I'll show you. Open. See, one of the things that got me started writing was gaming, and we used to record the gaming sessions. So my fantasy series that I originally wrote and lost because I was paranoid and had everything locked out for read and write and all that. We lost a couple people there.
He just gone.
Dude, it's like a Survivor. I'm still on the game.
We recorded all of them. Oh, there he is. He's back.
There was somebody else too.
I don't know where Michael went.
The other Michael.
There can be only one.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jenny and I could say that that's not the case.
Right? Yeah, that was the last time we talked, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. You grew up in you're born in 79, 80s, and every girl, there are too many Jennys in school, so everyone had to go by a nickname. It was Jenny R. Jenny.
I've already married 2 Jennifers.
I mean, it was just, there's a reason after that. The naming books that came out in South Florida, at least, were beyond Jennifer and Jason, because those are overdone.
Well, see, my name actually is not Jennifer. It really is Jenny.
He's back.
Which boggles so many people's brains because they'll be like, no, it's Jennifer. No, it's not Jennifer.
Okay, now, for generating ideas, what's the strangest thing you've done to get that information? You know, have you put yourself into a character's position and doing those things in order to learn it? You know, whether it's skydiving or whitewater rafting or shooting a particular gun or something like that.
I spent 10. Well, wow.
Sorry if I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you outdid me. I was gonna say I spent 10 minutes with a moldboard Ninja Turtle and a plank of wood trying to figure out angles of somebody falling into a grate.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That was for my Finn story.
Oh, okay.
The collapsible floor.
I don't think I've ever done anything weird.
Oh, hang gliding.
I'm sure that's not true. You just haven't done anything weird for your stories.
Well,
I mean, I joined the army. That was weird.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I got to go turn wrenches on a B-17, and they, the guys down at the museum let me climb all over an A-26 and a B-25, and I was all up in them, all over the outside, all in the inside, and just getting to see them, touch them, smell them. There's something about aircraft that I just absolutely love. But I was an F-15 mechanic in the Air Force. You just can't get past the hydraulic fluid and the fuel smell and all that.
Can I say how much I greatly appreciate?
Go ahead.
Can I say how much I greatly appreciate that you had the diagram of the plane at the back of the book? I just wish I'd have noticed it before.
Well, and something like that to me for anybody that's like a gearhead, they're going to want to see a spec sheet. I mean, if you're a car guy, you're going to want to see a spec sheet on it. If you're a gun guy, you're going to want to see the specs on it. And, you know, I wrote in aircraft porn in Widowmaker. So what am I going to put in it? Aircraft spec sheets. And, you know, with pushing forward with the JTF series, John Stacey Worth, he's got a hydrofoil that was one of the primary pieces of equipment in his story. And we're making sure to put that in the back. And we're going to continue that through all the stories. Whatever their primary bits were, we'll have information on it. But that also lends itself to research and getting to hopefully go and actually see things.
I tried that with Kennedy, but he didn't like the pictures.
Do what?
I said I tried that with Kennedy, but he didn't like the pictures.
Oh, well, that's Kennedy.
No, that was for the spicy romance.
Oh, well. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to see that, Phil. It's okay, man. You know, Heather might want to see that. We don't want to see that, man. It's okay.
Does talking to the local police deputies about a murder scene count as weird?
Yes.
Because I got to do that and it was fun.
What? Wait, okay. An active murder scene, a hypothetical murder scene?
Well, the story's based on something I was told growing up about what happened at kind of the neighbor's property.
Oh, wait, I think you've told me about this before.
Yeah. Now, the setup is, and this is the plot for one of the novels I'm writing, the Lena Hallows. I still need a title for it. Anyway, Lena is the main character. What happened, or what I was told growing up, was the property where my parents lived, someone else lived there. The woman was separated from her husband. The neighbors were the same ones. And the woman's estranged husband would come up or drive up the road. It was like a little service road, and deliver child support money every Saturday. Rumor was he was getting back with his wife. But before that could happen, he drops off the money, goes on the top of this little knoll in the middle of the driveway, and then decides he's going to kill himself. Somehow, this was what was told. There was no gun at the murder scene, and he was shot in the opposite side of the head from his dominant hand. But it was a little suicide.
He was cleaning the barrel.
Yeah.
Where'd the gun go?
Gremlins came, picked it up, ran off with it. Brownies.
Well, it gets better.
It was on top of a knoll.
The neighbors said they were told, it was a brother and sister who lived together. They were told by their mother to get rid of the gun. So one of them threw the gun down their well.
Now, has anybody ever gone after it to dig it out?
That property is still owned by that family. The last time it was up for sale, it was $500,000, I think. And it's not even worth that because there is no house. The house is like in it's pieces. It's falling apart. You'd have to put a whole new house there.
Okay.
And it's just land, basically.
So Meg brings up a good point that any kind of research you do, whether you're going someplace or you're going on tours, that can all be write-offs.
Hang gliding.
So
throwing.
I got to talk to the local deputies about that, and then I ended up looking up the guy's obituary and all the news article and all that stuff. It's interesting because the news article contradicted the story I was told.
Well, that's not a surprise. I mean, that happens all the time in the media. Okay, Michael J. Allen. Okay, on the topic of research and tax write-offs.
Okay.
What's one of the best ones you've done?
And the IRS is listening.
I took a month off in November and drove around the country from park to park, and got definitely refreshed on the fact that my sense of scale, because I'd spent so much time inside, had kind of shrunk down. And now I'm looking at plains and snow and mountains and canyons and going, wow, I really need to expand my descriptions. But of course, that also included getting to try different foods and getting to try different roller coasters and rides and for research, I'll pretty much do just about anything, even occasionally dating.
Well, your trip to Nashville counts too.
It does. Though that's my new reward ritual, heading up to that arcade.
Yeah, I absolutely want to go check that out because that sounds like a freaking blast.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Oh,
for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I've got a really bad habit of finishing up a project and as a reward, starting a new project. So as of this year, I started taking a day off to go up to a huge arcade in Smyrna, Tennessee, with about 400 classic 80s arcade games and pinball machines. The place is called Game Galaxy Arcade.
And I will be making a trip up there this summer. Because that's
there's another one. There's another one that opened up in Nashville that I told Hillbilly about that is free to enter, but of course they're doing all their profits about based on the fact that they've got a live bar, which works, right?
Oh yeah,
drunks
absolutely.
Video games.
What could be better?
Drunks and paintball.
That could just be hilarious, though. Paintball sucks, so anything that helps numb it, because that shit hurts, man. I mean, I've been nailed right there, and you don't see the one that gets you coming. God, that was forever ago. That was back during tech school when I was in Wichita Falls, Texas. One of the most productive research trips I ever went on was probably our vacation year before last. And this was before Widowmakers. So we took that summer trip and we hit Warner Robins Air Base Museum. We went down to Panama City, went to the Pensacola NAS Air Station, hit the Mobile USS Alabama Memorial and Museum and all that in the air station there. The kids were so freaking burnt out. They dared me to go to another air museum because they were just done. Like, come on, we don't want to do this anymore. But we're airplanes. We don't care. But Daddy wants airplanes. But that entire trip technically was a write-off because we were hitting all these different points that I was researching aircraft for the book. And then what was it? We did that in July or August, and then in September is when I went down to Warner Robins and was actually getting to turn wrenches on the aircraft down there. That was just so freaking cool. Hell, just driving around in your backyard, like I've got one set of stories, the Misadventures of Braxton Hicks. And he's based here in Chickamauga. His house is just down around the corner, and just getting out and going for a little tool on the bike and checking out some of these spots. And my hangout down at Pie Slingers, which you got the Phantom Horse Tavern or the Phantom Horse Brewery down there. In the Braxton Hicks stories, it's the Phantom Horse pub, which does breakfast and this and that. So he gets this big plate of eggs and hash browns and with a big side of stout, big glass of stout on it, and that's a standard breakfast. Just little things. And Jennifer loves it, the owner of the place. It's like, yeah, go ahead, keep writing about it. Okay, cool. But even going down there, that's another thing. Anybody that doesn't ride, if you need to clear your head from anything, the stress of just life, man, get on the back of a bike and just cruise for a while. 30 minutes out there, just letting the wind blow across you, just chilling and just taking it all in. That's something.
Hard pass.
Same.
I have that whole time William was talking, Jen's over there going,
nope.
Okay, so I have a new mission. I need to get you on the back of my bike.
You got me out of the house. Forget the back of a bike. Hell no. I'm not going down. No. If I'm going down the road that fast, I'm wearing a damn car. I'm not going down a bike.
Aren't you the person who went hang gliding, though?
That's different.
Well,
no, it's not. You went hang gliding.
Different.
Shit, one is on the earth. The other one is above it.
The other has a parachute.
The parachute.
One is a parachute. Yeah, it's in the back of the hang glider. And if you're, if things are going pear shaped, how you pull it. And look, you don't have you don't have however many feet of asphalt between you and stopping.
Hang gliding works really well unless you do that paper airplane fly back into the cliff.
That don't work so good.
I do have a question. So did you hang glide, or was there an instructor with you that did the steering?
Technically in Tennessee, they don't do hang gliding like trips. You have to it's officially a lesson. So so I went and learned how to hang glide, I guess you could say. And when you do it originally, like you can jump off a cliff, and I'm like, nope, my sense of self-preservation is a little too well developed for that. But they'll tow you up behind a little ultralight, and they disconnect you at 4,000 feet.
Oh,
which is an oh shit moment right there. But the first time I did it, it was raining, and I was like, it's raining and we're okay, let's do it, and so flying through the rain clouds, sitting there going, no lightning, please no lightning, because I'm in a big airborne lightning rod.
That's a Ben Franklin no.
Right? It's like that there were no keys on that string.
You're not grounded, at least, that's a bonus.
True, there is that, yeah. But the flying through a rain cloud and it was surreal almost. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And it was so much fun that I went and did it again. I was like, oh, I know there's a character in this. There's a character in this somewhere. And yep, there's it there. I was like, oh shit, I'm at home Okay, I was
gonna say, did you write that down somewhere? Because that would be epic to put the sensations of all of it in there.
She was writing it down, but she dropped it at 3,000 feet.
Yeah, that was on the way down.
One of the bonuses to being in the Air Force, when I made staff sergeant, I got an incentive flight. So they took me up in one of the jets in F-15, and I got to actually fly it. We went up as a 4-ship, and the other 3 planes were in the pattern, coming back, dumping fuel because everybody was puking in less than 15 minutes. We got out to the combat area and started dogfighting, and they're all done. My pilot, who I happen to know from my previous base, he's trying his damnedest to get me to puke, and he's trying to make me to black out. So he's pulling, and we were pulling. We were up 8, 9 Gs, and there was one point. I mean, he was pulling a hard bank, and I'm sitting there doing the maneuver just because you have to suck in the air. And if you let your diaphragm go, it forces the air out because all that G force on you. and you have to squeeze every muscle in your body, your legs, your arms, to keep the blood pushed back up to your brain, or else you pass out. And he's trying. He finds, Hillbilly, I hate you. I give up. You win. But, we're pulling combat maneuvers, and I'm getting to go through that. So I've got that sensation built in my head now. I know what those are like because he was trying. I mean, he was jinking and banking and going all over the place. And I'll tell you what, on a fighter aircraft like that, there's none of this, woo, hey, no. It's that's it. You're just quick little movements, and that plane is all over the place because that's all it takes. Because when he gave me the stick and I went, poof, 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 poof. Well, oh crap. Yeah, he didn't like that too well.
I just want to ask this for my own personal understanding, Jenny.
Oh, wait. Okay, we got a crew dog in the house too. I wish it was showing who this is. Yeah, it's awesome when they try to make you puke and they can't. Now, I tell you, I got a newfound respect for the pilots after that ride, though, because when we got back, I unstrapped and I went to climb out and I was just done. I just kind of fell out. Oh, you made it. Yeah, that'll get the pilot. Yeah. But I just kind of fell out onto the ramp and laid there for a minute, and I was just done. I mean, I was sapped of everything because it took its toll, man. And so I had a newfound respect for the pilots and what they did, even though they're a bunch of pussy ass officers. Crew dogs are better, just because there's always going to be that rivalry. But yeah, that was epic, and I'll anyone that writes anything aircraft, if you've never experienced it, you need to go experience it somehow, some way, because it is a whole other thing than you can ever think of. Video games don't do it justice because you don't have the sensations. Trying to suck enough oxygen. M.D. Amerson. Oh, okay. You're over in the roll call group, I think. Maybe. I don't remember. Shit. Cool. Thank you, brother.
Mad respect for both of you.
Yeah.
I caught 2 flights today for the first time in 27 years, and I was doing Hail Marys. So, and that's
God.
I would rather go hang gliding again than skydiving again, because, yeah, hang gliding much better.
I'm still stuck on the whole. You'll hang glide from a plane 4,000 feet going through rain clouds and hoping it doesn't thunderstorm with a magical backpack that was probably stuffed by Joe Ding Dong, and you're like, I'm not driving a motorbike. No motorbikes. They're unsafe. I don't understand.
Hey, give me time. Give me time.
No,
she owes me coffee anyways.
I love that you're doing the hang gliding, but I'm not connecting those dots.
It's the difference between having birds in your lane and the other mooks on the road.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You guys are good. I'm just good. It's good for you. Good for you. As far as me, by the way, I like what William said. You got to experience it. We have these characters that, we have doing these incredible things. And I'm like, they're going to get tired. I went for a 16-mile hike this past summer. And I wasn't really ready for it, but I was like, I just want to see how far I can go, how high I can get, and see how how I do. I did not do well. I mean, I was so exhausted. The bottoms of my feet were bruised from.
You're a PE teacher.
I'm not a mountaineer. I was sitting there. It was called Eagle Valley. I was sitting there going, I don't see any eagles. You want to know why? Because I was above them. Down there. I couldn't believe how high I was. I got back to my car. I just sat there. I was like, I need a Snapple or something. I was exhausted. And I was like, I see what I'm doing to my characters. I have to make sure. I mean, obviously my characters are younger than me. They're in better shape, but they don't have, nice footwear either. So
Of course they're younger. You just referenced Snapple.
I was like, dude, snowstorm sucks. I couldn't see anything. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm going back. I'm not doing this. My characters are not this tough. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Those are things I've done. I know I put my characters through a lot, and I'm like, this is hard to do, and I want to make it, somewhat reality as well. You can't run 100 miles in a day. I wish I could do that. But maybe 15 or 20 if they hike it and they take all day and they're in shape and they're prepared, they could do it, but they're going to get tired.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you're writing that reality into a story, people are going to get tired. People are going to get injured. They're going to have blisters.
Yep.
If you're carrying the princess along, she better be getting warm pretty quick compared to the others. It's just one of those things. It adds an element of reality to it that you don't know about sometimes because you haven't experienced it.
I mean, just carrying a backpack with water and food. Not to mention tents, blankets, torches, and all this other stuff you're throwing in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a 50-pound weight vest. I go 5 miles. I'm exhausted. I'm like, dude, I'm good. I'm not doing anything else today. I don't know why you're laughing at me. I don't know why you're not. See, she will jump out of a perfectly good airplane. But what about me? Thank you, Mookie 1005. That's exactly how I feel. Go like this.
Okay, so I have a goal. I have a goal by next year. I'm going to get you on a bike.
I hate to make you break your goal.
Well, he can have the goal. It doesn't mean he's going to succeed at the goal.
And you didn't say that the bike has to be moving.
That's fair.
That's a loophole, and you know it, Jenny Brand. Come on, you're better than
that. If I take off before you can get off, then that's a different thing.
Duck and roll, man.
Yeah,
Duck and roll.
we're gonna have another bike right afterwards.
Duck and roll, Grandma.
He didn't say how you had to be sitting on it. You could just be like kind of sitting on it. Tentatively sitting on it.
Side saddle that bike, baby. You'll be fine.
Yes,
oh man.
When did you get your best epiphany for a story? What were you doing?
Oh, I can answer this right away, actually, if you guys don't mind.
Go
ahead.
The Raven and the Crow story. I'll not forget this. I was working as a rebar fabricator my first year in Nevada. 100 degrees every day in the summer, wasn't a cloud in the sky for like 200 days or something.
Check, please.
I'm sitting out there with, I don't remember his name, but he had a serious crack problem. And I was making these giant ring things in this ancient machine that was specifically made for the ring thing. And his teaching was, I'm going to teach you this one time, and I expect you to remember it for the rest of your life. I was like, just don't breathe on me. Whatever, buddy. So as I'm creating these giant ring things, I'm walking across the yard. I'm trying to carry it. It's ridiculous. They're heavy as heck. And I'm sitting there going, I wish I could just step through this ring and teleport over to where I want to go. Boom. I was like, I should make that into a story. And that's where it all started with my novel, The Raven and the Crow. I was 22 years old.
Oh, you got one of those that was 20 years ago too, huh? Okay, I see how that is. Yeah, I'm right there. Terry and I, Words of Warrior, will be out this year sometime. Gotcha.
I love it.
I have little ones that want to go out to the porch.
Uh-oh. We're being invaded. Oh my God.
Go on.
Sorry, you guys can go. Sorry, I don't mean to talk to you.
I told you I had kids, and I have a husband too.
A lot of my Flux Runners novel started to grow together.
Go to the porch.
As I started to do the research. Ouch. That hurt. and we went on a trip to Atlanta and got to go hang out down at the Vortex, have the food and stuff like that. And something about that trip and going in there, getting the food, because one of the opening scenes in like chapter 1 is Captain Doug and the geek are sitting there at the Vortex eating a burger, and they just got back on planet after doing a asteroid mining run, and after that it just started flowing, and the sequence of events to build up to them getting into the flux and going on to the other side of the galaxy, it just started rolling from there. I don't know what it was about that, but that was like the icebreaker that just opened it all up and let the floodgates happen. Anybody else?
I can tell you where the Lady of Death idea came from.
Okay.
You're going to love it. Drama. I swear I got friends who live drama. Same photographer friend. She discovered that her now ex-husband was cheating on her. So to make her feel better, I wrote a scene where a person was found dead in one of the local buildings here in Stanton. I wrote it and sent it to her, and she just howled with laughter. She loved it. So I was like, I really need to turn that into a novel.
Yeah.
So I took that and, the model, well, she wasn't a model. The line in the book is would-be hooker, because she was wearing, clothing similar. Ollie, come on. Take the drink to Daddy. Go on.
Invasion. Hey, wait, where's the old man at?
He's over here.
He's half of the equation there for you guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, no, come back here. No, you ain't, no.
Hoeing ain't easy. It takes work, baby.
Oh, now, baby dog, no. You got that corner out there. You're supposed to be working for me. You bitch ass ain't getting
working for you and standing right here. It don't work that way, sugar.
Michael J. Allen's just staring at us like, what the fuk is going on?
He's like, I'm bored with this already. Come on, man.
But yeah, we took that scene and was like, who would it be? Well, let's have it be a necromancer.
Okay, and then just spiraled from there.
It just, yeah. You see what he does?
Yeah, he takes care of the kids so she can do with me JF posthumous. That's what.
We are getting at the end of our time. Anybody else got one that they want to toss in there?
I got two. I'll run them real quick.
Okay.
So when I first came down here for the job, I was looking around for a place to buy. The real estate agent was driving me around in the country out there, and I kept running into these large sections of woods that had sign that says, contact so-and-so for hunting. I'm like, what is that? They're like, well, if you've got so much cultivated land, you can have wild land. You can, rent out people licenses to hunt on your land because you can take care of the deer because they might hurt your products.
Yeah.
And of course, that's where the Wild Fae reserves for the Bittergate Dragon Revolution story came from.
Okay.
A 400-year-old farmer that was hiding the world of Fae in these little wildlands near his peanut farm.
That's
I think the one I really like. I think the one I really like best is I headed up to Atlanta to have lunch with an old friend of mine. We were over at the Sun Trust Tower, which is, of course, near where we have Dragon Con every year. And I got gardener stuff. Gardener was out there trimming branches, and I got leaves and stuff blown in my face. And from that was the the scene in Blood Phoenix 2 where they're in the middle of the Marriott fighting a 100-foot high kudzu elemental.
That's an evil creature.
Born yesterday, though.
And never going away ever.
No, because it grows like wildfire. Okay, anybody else? If not, then we'll do our closeouts.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
The basis of my lit stories got started because of Green Eyes in the Chickamauga battlefield.
Okay.
I was looking into what would explain the creatures that are there, and Wilder Tower is actually a source point. The tales of the kid who fell out of the tower from the third story up because the Green Eyes appeared behind him.
Okay.
Remind me to tell you about that. My husband used to be a ranger out there.
Oh. Okay, we need to get with Daniel and like have a powwow, and then we'll shove you on the back of a bike.
He was a ranger out there for years.
She didn't argue that one. Okay, cool. All right, so
good luck.
Around the way, Michael J. Allen, you started off. Close us out here. Tell us where we can find your stuff and all that good junk.
You can find me and pretty much all my stuff at deliriousscribbles.com.
That's a great name. I love it.
Hey, wait a minute. You want to do your Star-Lord plug?
Oh, I mean, I can. I was going to show you my movie poster of Candy in the background here, which is the source of the Delirious Scribbles name. I don't know if you remember the old John Candy movie where he was a soap opera writer and ended up enslaved in his own soap opera with a magic typewriter. Definitely my inspiration for being a writer. The introduction, Star-Lord. I am Michael J. Allen, Star-Lord and author of things science fiction and fantasy between. I'm a Star-Lord because we're writers. We love what ifs. And at some point, I got struck with this crazy what if when I saw an ad for buying Scottish Preserve land and getting a lordship title. I'm like, okay, I could be a lord. I can register a star in my name. That means I'm a Star-Lord, right? That's just too good to pass up.
There you go.
So now I'm a Star-Lord.
All right, Phil.
What?
Phil.
Sorry.
You're her.
I'm busy here, Brandon. What are you doing?
You were on airplanes. Okay, we'll excuse you.
I was on airplanes today.
Poor bastard. All right, do your closeout.
In a hospital hotel.
That was the best answer I ever heard. We're all waiting. Phil, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, I'm on a pot thing. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sorry, man.
Where can we find your stuff?
You can find me on Amazon and your wonderful website, Three Ravens Press, or Publishing, Three Ravens Publishing. And I do the Facebooky thing. Philip K. Booker.
Isaac, your turn.
Too many planes.
You're tired, man. Holy goodness.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Fair enough.
You can find me on Amazon. I'm also on WordPress. I've got my WordPress blog is Pathweaver34. Also go by Isaac Craft. I'm also on Facebook.
Jenny.
Which one?
Posthumous.
I think
We went through this last time.
the dead one.
The dead one. See, you're not asleep. You're awake. That's good.
Okay, you can find my work on threeravenspublishing.com. I have a website that I try to keep up, which is jfposthumous.net. You can find me on Facebook at author JF Posthumous.
Jenny
How about
Wren.
next time the Michaels and the Jennies all change name tags in the windows just to keep everybody on their toes?
I will be Jenny Posthumous. I would love to do that.
Oh, and I could do this too. I could play musical chairs.
Wasn't quite what I meant, Michael, but I'll go with it.
Okay.
Well, see, now he's got the K initials lined up.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant! See that?
Yep.
Dude,
All
you
right,
are
Jenny
on
Lynn.
that. You're not sleepy. You're on it. I take it all back. You're on it. You're good to go. I would have never noticed that.
You can find what I have on Three Ravens, Amazon, and you find me on Facebook. Good job, because that's kind of an orienteering challenge. I'm there, but I stay under my rock in my cave. But I'm there.
But we don't want you to stay under your rock. We want you to like come out and flourish.
I will come out and
Back of a
paint light. I will
motorcycle.
come out and throw axes. I will probably not come out and ride a motorcycle, but I'll sit there and wave at you as you do.
Michael K. Falciani. See, I got it right that time.
Bravo, sir. You can find me at michaelkfalciani.com. You can also find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I think I will soon be on TikTok if I can figure out what the heck it is.
You're a glutton for punishment.
I know. We're gonna see. If it doesn't go well, I'm just TikToking out of there. But we'll see.
A lot of this.
I don't. You can't find me on Three Ravens yet. Although I believe my first novel, The Raven and the Crow: Darkstorm Rising, will be out in the next few weeks. I believe. Is that correct, William?
We're shooting for mid-June for release on that one.
Fair enough. Other than that, you can find me on all those places I just said.
Is that a closet behind you, Jenny?
Nope, that's a library.
I don't know which Jenny you're talking about.
The one with the Y.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait.
Or is
It's
it
not
the-
spelled out on the other one. Okay. And
I
I
think
am
they're
William
talking about
Joseph Roberts.
Posthumous because it looks like they've got Laszlo going in and out of the Val Kilmer's closet back there.
No, actually, that's the door into the other part of the house. It goes into the kitchen, the den, the living room.
I'm sure it's a magical wardrobe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, wait. You got relegated to the mud room.
Narnia's back
Okay,
there.
gotcha.
No, I'm in my little office where if you go that way, it's the cachuary, which is a enclosed porch. And then the kids' bedrooms are over on this side.
I thought you were on Broadway because of all the traffic running through there earlier.
I told you I have kids.
Hey, I got you. I'm just saying. We're busy.
What else is it but Grand Central Station with kids?
Well, that's normal with kids. All right. And I am William Joseph Roberts, your host and moderator, blah, 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 all that good junk. And you can find me at williamjosephroberts.com or find me over at threeravenspublishing.com. If you get a chance, check out some of our sponsors and affiliates like Cobblestone. Oh, look, you got cards. Cool. Like Cobblestones, which is an editing service. You got Sci-Fi Radio. You've got Odyssey Radio, which are nerd geek radio stations. They play a lot of good stuff. But check them out. Oh, wait, what do you got? What's Alan got?
And
He's
your
showing
card,
something.
too.
Oh, like, what are you filling with? But
He grabbed cards. I felt fair.
I have a book.
Oh wait, I didn't even turn it on, and I had that the whole. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Crap. I've been doing so many freaking videos. Okay, and that's it. Guess what? Peace out.
All right. See you later.